Welcome to Beyond Film School, where I teach you all about the film industry. I'm Amber, and in this video, we are covering how script supervisors get paid. I love talking to film professionals about their craft, but let's talk about the money, shall we? We're gonna get into how much you can expect to make first starting out as a script supervisor, all the way up to the big dogs in the union on high budget TV and films. And let me tell you, when you are working non-union, you are working those indie films, it is honestly the Wild West out there. So make sure you know your worth.
When I first started, it was definitely not a sustainable career in the slightest. I now know what my skills are worth, and I know kind of more about what the standards are per project. So I definitely feel a little bit more comfortable with the rates I'm getting now. There are standard rates when you are in a union for a union project, but if you are doing a non-union commercial, the rates are not standard. So you need to know what you can ask for, and what's like ridiculous versus what's like pushing it a little bit. And then you need to know like what your kit fee is, but also what you're bringing to them in your kit fee. You know, early on when I didn't really have much of a kit fee when I was working with pen and paper, mostly in my computer, like I didn't feel good about asking anyone for $75 for $100 for a kit. Cause I'm like, they're going to look at my paper and judge me. But now that I have some, fun toys that I've written off in my taxes, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm bringing something that someone who just got out of film school is not bringing to the table. So I am asking for this kit fee.
And if you're wondering about the kit fee is money that comes from the folks who hire you, the production company, that pay you to use the tools that you need to do your job. This could range from having a notebook, pen and pencil with a ruler, and then you can get more advanced in your kit where you have like a laptop, you have an ADI switcher where you get the image from camera straight to your laptop, and then you have software also that you're gonna use when you're more advanced as a script supervisor, Scriptation, and then there's Rack Recorder. There's a lot that can go into your kit, and all of this is up to you, and all those things to have with you in your kit cost you money to maintain. The more experienced you are, the more you're gonna learn about what you need to make your job easier and more organized. So the kit fee is going to be negotiable in the non-union world and in the union world. There is no set fee, so it's up to you to negotiate what you feel that you need for your kit and your tools that you're using on a daily basis. Now, this all depends on what the company and the production company that you're working for, the producers you're working for, what they're willing to pay you as well. And this is where your negotiation skills are gonna come in handy. Like Kelsey said in her clip, where she didn't feel right charging for a kit fee when she was just starting out with like a notebook and some paper, and that was it. Once you start bringing a laptop to set, you can charge $10 a day, $20 a day. Now, when you have other tools that are going to be included in your kit and you have more software that you're using, the more and more advanced and the more things you add on to your kit, the more things you're using, and the production is benefiting from you having those tools, then you can charge a little bit more. On union sets, union script supervisors usually have $50 a day for their kit fee. This fee is gonna be per day added on to your daily rate. And it can be very challenging to negotiate your kit fee, so just know that it could be a fight. Now let's look at the pay that someone would get working non-union.
First starting out was free for short. I would do free work for shorts, student film shorts. Through those short films, via those students, they were referring my name to other paid projects. So those next paid projects would be a non-union feature. Back in 2008, 2010, that would be, I don't know, how much was it a day? Maybe 150, 175. It's all about your negotiation skills. There's no fixed number as far as a script supervisor position goes. It's all about how you can talk your way into getting what you believe you deserve.
I've been mostly working non-union. I started out doing quite a few films pro bono for free, just like all of us do while starting out. And it's a weird place to be doing stuff for free, because like you have this passionate group of people. Some people are really experienced and some people are not experienced at all. This weird little group of people doing this thing together and just giving their time away for free. And I learned so much from that. But when I got to, I think my 10th short film, or I think it was like my 6th short film that I did like for no money, I was like, That's it. I need to stop doing that. You know, even if they're everywhere, like I scroll on Facebook, everybody's looking for free labor, but I'm like, I cannot do that anymore. Not only because like my time is precious, but also I started realizing that I'm starting to be like the most experienced person on set at that point. And I'm like, there's nothing that I'm gaining from this, because the only thing I would be gaining from a job that I'm doing for free is experience. And if I'm kind of like the most experienced person on set, it's just like another thing on my resume, but it's not like it's anything recognizable. So yeah, so I started phasing those out and started doing doing low budget indie stuff that actually pays, and that usually pays like $250 a day is the lowest. Right now I try to go for like no lower than $300. $350 a day. With each project, I kind of hike up my rate a little bit.
I mean, the first jobs were free, but the first like handful, I mean, any of my grad school projects I did because I was in grad school and we were working, everybody was crewing on each other's projects. But then my first handful after that, like, you know, I was taking pretty low rates, like $150, $175 a day. And then I took one job that I did like a flat rate, which don't do that. I learned that very quickly. Just anybody who's new and watching it, never take a flat rate. It's a terrible idea.
Explain why it's bad.
When you take a flat rate and you don't have like a day rate with overtime, then we were working 16, 18-hour days. We were exhausted. We didn't have 8-hour turnarounds. We didn't, it was just like we were all bunking in one giant house, like sleeping on the floor. Like it was just, it was a really, really hard project. And they overworked us very clearly. And so that's why it's like, I learned from that job, a flat rate is a terrible idea. They're just bringing us on to treat us like workhorses. I was just starting out and I wanted the credit. So, I mean, I don't regret doing it. It was definitely an experience, but wouldn't do it again.
Now the flat rate is pretty tricky, so this is why I put beware there. So flat rate is one set amount for an X number of shooting days. So for example, let's just say we have $1,500 and they are shooting for 10 days, and that's sometimes not including your prep days. So we're saying 10 shooting days, that is going to be $150 per day, right? Now, if you take it to the hourly, you're not really getting that much, especially when you're shooting for 12, 16, 18-hour days. Say you're working 18-hour days. Now that breaks down to $8.33 per hour. So let's just say they're on track and they start doing 12-hour days, and that breaks down to $12.50 an hour. So not that much better. With flat rates, the production company and the producers that are hiring you are trying to protect themselves from overtime. And that is usually a big red flag that the schedule is gonna be bananas and you're going to be working way more than you think.
And you have been warned.
Now we're getting into union pay for script supervisors, and we're going to cover the additional camera fee. This is money for days where more than one camera is being used.
It's however many cameras you have, it's that times the amount of work. And do you know what we get paid for the extra cameras? $40.
Oh, really?
A day.
Wow.
And it's not per camera.
Wow. So wait, so extra cameras after what? How many? Like after how many cameras?
One. It's not per camera.
Yeah.
$40.
Just that's it. Gotcha.
It's only $40. I get $40 extra for doing twice as much work, or 3 times as much work, or 4 times as much work, or 5 times as much work.
Wow.
But it doesn't increase. It's ridiculous. It's a totally antiquated, outdated thing. It's from when that was like half your day's fee, and it hasn't increased since 1950, whatever.
Wow.
Coming up next to nothing. So I made very little coming up, like $100 a day. But now I would say most union positions now are between 40 and 80 an hour. It depends on the contract and depends on the part of the country. The West Coast gets paid a lot less than we do on the East Coast.
Oh, really?
Yes. They make probably half of what we do here.
What? That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's very weird. And so when they're fighting, when the last contract was up and they were looking for, when they were really fighting for stuff, that's sort of what they were why they were fighting so hard is they get paid a lot less.
We get a different amount based on the budget of the movie. So there's different levels, the lowest level movie, you're actually not making much more than the non-union. You're making around 275 to 300 a day for the lowest level, but you're getting your union benefit days.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting your health insurance, you're getting things like that through it. So, you know, you even though you're not making much more, you're getting your union, you're getting benefits.
Right. What's on the higher end? Like, what are the majors?
So the majors rates, then it jumps up to, and there's a couple different levels. So then I think there's like a 38 an hour, which comes out to like 400 something a day. And then there's a 50 an hour for tier 3 or something that comes out to more like 500 a day or whatever. And then when you get to majors, I think it's like 63 an hour now or something like that. And so, you know, for a regular day, it's about $800.
Right. And then like your kit fee, and then also whatever that extra additional camera fee
The
is.
$40, my gas money,
your toll money,
garage money.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the Script Supervisors for letting me interview them and giving us some insight on how they get paid. If you're looking for a great resource to get more details on becoming a Script Supervisor, how to do the job, definitely check out Beyond Continuity. It is #1 on Goodreads and the highest rated book on Amazon for script supervising. Definitely check it out there. I will leave the link below for you. It's an Amazon affiliate link at no extra cost to you. There are other videos in this playlist about the world of script supervising. We cover frustrations, we cover challenges, what they love about the job. There's so many more videos in this series. Check it out. The playlist will be on the screen for you. Thank you so much for watching. That is it for now. I shall see you next time.